children, it's a day for celebration. In fact, it's an historic day. It marks the end of over the past 2 years of very hard work on this whole building, inside and out, on the roof, downstairs, in the ceiling, all around, to make Beecher Road School a strong, safe, and a good environment for learning for all of you. In fact, it was done in such a careful way that many of you children probably didn't notice a lot of work going on. Teachers, we thank you for your patience and flexibility, especially those in the A, B, and C wings, but it was done with minimal interruption to the educational program, and we're very thankful to ESG for that. And let's remember that Beecher Road School, our building is a community center. It's open for all the citizens of Woodbridge. We have a wonderful recreation program. There are numerous activities, after-school activities for all kinds of groups. There's a place here for meetings and social gatherings and birthday parties. This building upgrade will benefit you boys and girls and all the adults in this building, but also the citizens of Woodbridge. So on behalf of the Beecher Road School community, we want to extend our thanks to the first Selectman, Ellen Scalettar, and former Selectman Ed Sheehy, who helped to get this started, as well as our Board of Education, the Boards of Selectmen, the Board of Finance, the Town Building Committee that worked so hard, State Senator Joe Crisco, State Representative Themis, Klarides, State Representative Gail Schlossberg, and the citizens of Woodbridge for all that they did. Now, we have a long list of dignitaries with remarks, and we'll introduce them as we go along. I want to start with our first Selectman, who is such a strong supporter of education and has supported this project from the beginning of her tenure. So, Mrs. Scalettar, would you please come up?
Thank you, Dr. Stella. Good morning, children, parents, teachers, faculty, guests, and town officials. What a great day for Woodbridge as we celebrate the completion of this much-needed upgrade to Beecher Road School. And this is not just an upgrade. Beecher is now more energy efficient. It's cooler, both temperature-wise and in the sense of just being cooler. It's greener, and it's safer. And like all the great things that happen in our town of Woodbridge, the Beecher Road School renovation is the result of the cooperation and dedication of town officials and town volunteers working together for what is in the best interest of our community, and in this case, of course, the best interest of all of you boys and girls. The Beecher Road School renovation project is the culmination of many years of work, thousands of hours by our town volunteer building committee. I hope you will join me in thanking Chair Jeff Kaufman, Secretary Sheila McCreven, and members Andy Esposito, Greg Coyne, and Jason Fannenbach. The countless hours they spent developing the project, developing its budget, and overseeing the work have now certainly paid off. Jeff and Sheila are here with us today, and thank you so much. Of course, also, our volunteer Board of Education members were there every step of the way supporting this project. Chair Margaret Hamilton, who's with us today, Vice Chair Steve Fleischman, and members Chris Jaffe, Lisa Connor, and Lynn Piasek, who are with us today, as well as Garrett Luciani, Emily Melnick, and Kerry Matthews. We thank all of you for your dedication to our children and our school. Thank you. The Board of Selectmen was also unanimously in support of the project, following closely as it developed. Second Selectman Beth Heller is here, as well as Selectman Tony Anastasio. We thank them, as well as Selectman Joe Dye, Maria Kane, and Susan Jacobs, who could not be here today. Thank you so much. And as with any Beecher Road School initiative, we are so appreciative of the hard work and support of the school administration. Thank you to Mrs. Prisco, who's always here for us and always here to lend a helping hand, And a special thank you to Dr. Stella for his steadfast determination to make this much-needed project a reality. Mrs. Crisco and Dr. Stella, thank you. Thank you. There were, of course, many consultants and vendors involved. The project was carried out by ESG and AKF, two companies that worked well with the town, as well as our architect, Herb Newman, who's here. Thank you, Herb. Ross Solar, who put the panels on the roof. And all of these people worked together with the building committee and the town to make this project come in on budget and on time, which is in itself a great accomplishment. So thank you to all of you. We are very fortunate in Woodbridge that we have a terrific state delegation that works together across party lines for the benefit of our town. Senator Crisco and Representative Klarides are here today, and working with Senator Schlossberg, they have been working to maximize the state grant that will help us pay for this project. That's still an ongoing process, and I know they're there for us every day, assuring that we will maximize our state dollars and help the taxpayers of Woodbridge. Senator Crisco and Representative Klarides, thank you so much. And most importantly, it's the residents of the town of Woodbridge who deserve the credit for this terrific enhancement to Beecher Road School. In a 3-to-1 vote, nearly 75% of the residents voting approved the project. This means the project was approved on a first vote. If it had only been a majority, we would have had to vote twice. People were out there to support the school. It was an overwhelming affirmation of the value Woodbridge places on education and our children. And all of you boys and girls are so fortunate to be in our town and go to this great school. Beecher Road School attracts young families to our town and provides their children with the finest in education. Our teachers make so many wonderful things happen every single day. And now they can do so in a building that is healthier, more comfortable, and more conducive to learning. Once again, on behalf of the town of Woodbridge, thank you to everyone who made this wonderful project a reality. Thank you.
Good, I'll tell you. Thank you, Mrs. Scalettar. Now I'd like to introduce Senator Joseph Crisco, who, besides being our state senator, had 6 of his children attend Beecher Road School, so has a personal interest. He's on our board of directors here. He's always been a champion for Woodbridge in the state legislature, and we want to thank you, Senator, for all the work that you do. Please come.
You want to introduce Representative Klarides? Go. Thank you, Superintendent. On behalf of my colleague, House Leader Klarides and Senator Schlossberg, we have an official citation for today. Be it hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers the sincerest congratulations to Beecher Road School in recognition of the completion of the Beecher Road School renovation project. We applaud the Beecher Road School staff, Board of Education, and Town of Woodbridge for working to create a healthy, a secure and positive environment for children. This outstanding achievement serves as a model of cooperation and dedication to the welfare of our children and to the future of our community. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued success. Congratulations, Beecher Road School.
Thank you so much, Senator Crisco. And State Representative Klarides is also a very dear friend, and Representative Klarides has been at just about every community event that we've had at the school, so we thank you for your support. Would you like to say something? Okay.
I was told we were making brief remarks in capital letters, so I didn't want to delay this, but you guys are great. Are you guys excited you're not actually in class right now? That's what I thought. I'm excited I'm not at my office too, so I understand how you feel. Congratulations, and I want to just say that this is yet another perfect example of everybody working together for the common good. The first selectman, the board of selectmen, the building committee, of course the superintendent, who are going to miss terribly, and the whole community. So thank you so much for being such a great group of people and working so well together for what's best for your town.
Now I'd like to introduce a gentleman. Without his help, this upgrade wouldn't have happened. Jeff Kaufman has been the chair of our town building committee, and his tenacity, hard work, his expertise, and his generosity of giving of his time and talents has really benefited us. So please come.
I'm embarrassed to say I had to bring a teleprompter. It's a lot of people to talk about. You know, one of the awesome things about this project, this is the largest project, capital project that's been done in Woodbridge, dollar-wise. It's also the first time a capital project in Woodbridge passed in one vote, as First Selectman Scalettar pointed out. We had 3 goals that were given to us in the charge of this building committee: energy efficiency, security, and pool ventilation and long overdue maintenance. We've been able to accomplish all those things. We did have an amazing building committee. I will give the credit to the building committee in the fact that there were only 5 of us. So if 2 people didn't show up, we barely had a meeting. But we always passed things. There were always unanimous decisions in our building committee. Everybody talked things through. There was not a whole lot of dissension. We had great input from the administration, Dr. Stella, Al Pulo, and Greg. Ed Sheehy was persistent in keeping education a top priority, so that's when the building committee was actually started. It was with Ellen Scalettar and her strong compassion for education to make sure that this project came to fruition, and we really appreciate that. AKF and ESG became the masters of pulling the loose ends together to give the town a project that we can all be proud of. I'm going to have to embarrass Matt a little bit. I don't know where Matt's standing. He's back there. Where is Matt? Matt actually quickly became part of the town. He actually got it. He was a strong advocate for a successful project. He worked the hardest to get everything accomplished, and he was the person whose ear Dr. Stella was whispering in after the meetings, saying, "Matt, we need this. Matt, I think we need another window over here. What about the benches?" So we were able to accomplish all those things, even the whispering from Dr. Stella, and we still ended up with a surplus above from the referendum amount. So we can all be very proud that our town is so dedicated to build a new school facility like this, and hopefully it's another 20 years before they put another building committee together. I won't be here. Just want to be really clear about that. Again, thank you, and of course, best of luck to Dr. Stella in his retirement.
Thank you so much. Appreciate all that you've done with that. Thank you, Jeff. And I'd like to extend my personal thanks and gratitude to Matt Ward, too, for his hard work. And there's another project manager. Anything good is done by a team, and we had a team. And Paul Gandy, our project manager that started this here, flew in from Arkansas just to be with us today. Paul, we remember what you did and how hard it was to get this started, and your good contribution. So thank you for all you've done for us. We appreciate that. Next, I'd like to introduce a wonderful woman who is, I would call her a quiet heroine, who through her leadership, tenacity, and hard work helped to tell the town a very compelling story. The compelling story that led to the success of our referendum. And that's Margaret Hamilton, Chair of our Board of Education.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, children. Today, you're hearing a lot about all the work that went into making this project happen. And I want to talk to you a little bit about all the fun, too, that went into making this project happen. Mrs. Scalettar mentioned how this project was approved at the referendum. Your parents and the community voted to have this project happen. The first time we asked them, please fund this project, they did. And I think I yelled the loudest at the referendum. Okay, I was the loudest. And then some of you remember, some of you who were in first grade last year, remember when you didn't have walls in your classroom for one day? Remember the wall was gone? So that was fun, all right? And when the chiller went up on the roof, we had the crane. The crane, I think Mrs. Burford took pictures. I'm not sure if she was flying up there or what she was doing, but we had pictures from up there. So there was a lot of fun too in the project, and it's hard to see. They said it's hard to see what happened because it was in the walls, it was in the ceiling, but we get to see the canopy and we get to feel the temperature inside the school, okay? I do want to thank everybody that people have mentioned already, the Board of Selectmen, the Board of Finance, the Building Committee, Mrs. Scalettar, and Ed Sheehy, who was our prior first selectman, okay? And the other thing I want you to do, okay, when you go home is say thank you to your parents. And when you see the people here, you can say thank you to them, because without them, we wouldn't have had this project, and you guys would be as hot inside as you're outside, okay? Thank you.
Very nicely done. Thank you, Mrs. Hamilton. What a good teacher you are. Next, I'd like to introduce another wonderful man, John Rice, who's actually a partner with the firm AKF, who was instrumental in providing oversight, sharing his wise counsel and advice and expertise in this project. So, Mr. Rice, would you please come up?
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. I just have two things that I want to say. The first one I want to cut short because I want to say just how great it was to work with this entire community, from the first select woman and the Board of Selectmen, the Board of Finance, everyone at the town, Tony Genovese and everyone at the town of Woodbridge, certainly everyone at Beecher Road School. From Dr. Stella, we wish you well in retirement, and Dr. Stella, you're certainly a prince, and it's been great to work with you through this whole process. And then certainly ESG for doing a great job. Greg Kula for hopefully all the improvements going to make your job easier. That was our goal. So we're still looking for that. ESG for getting the job done. Great job from Matt Ward, who we've said, Paul Gandy, and Doug Tischbein. Great job. The building committee. Jeff Kaufman, you're a great man. Your great leadership was really great to work with the entire project. So the other thing that I want to say is just the significance of this project and what it means for society at large. The town of Woodbridge and Beecher Road School has risen to the challenge of unlocking the vast potential in upgrading our existing buildings to buildings that are comfortable, healthy, efficient, and cost-effective. This project has used a combination of energy efficiency measures, renewable energy, on-site power generation, and of course our security improvements and aesthetics. Right now, you may not be able to see it, children, but there are 900 solar panels at the top of this building. Stephan Hartmann from Ross Solar Group took a little drone up in the air and took a picture from the air, and hopefully one day we're going to have a mural inside that shows you all the solar panels on top of the building. There's also a small generator that produces electricity on the top of your building. So all of this together has provided a high-performance green school that I hope you're all enjoying, and I just want to say congratulations to Woodbridge. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure working with the company ESG these past 2 years. What a team they have provided us with. And Doug Tischbein, a representative from the company, flew in from Indiana. So we appreciate that very much. Where are you? Where are you, Doug? Oh, so cool and collective there, I'll tell you. Doug, you have quite a team. And any problem we had the wisdom of a team working on it. We appreciate all that you've done.
Thank you so much. And as everybody on my team knows, I'm just the promise maker, and I'm followed up by the promise keepers that are over here to my left. You know, I always think of speaking engagements about kind of the way I eat my food, is I always save the best bite for last. So I think I'm the last speaker, is that right? Oh, we got one more. Okay, I saved the second bite for the best. First, I'd like to just say what an honor it is to work with such a great team of people and professionals, from the leadership of the first Selectman, the Board of Selectmen, the Board of Finance, the Building Committee, the Board of Education, and many others, to include Dr. Stella and the school's administration. Of course, Tony, I don't think, is here today, and I can't forget to mention Greg Kula and his sacrifices and time that he spent helping our team deliver this project on time and on budget. I'd also like to recognize John Rice and AKF, our engineering partner, for the fine job that they did. And then also, I'd like to thank Matt Ward for his tireless efforts to implement this project on time. His dedication to customer satisfaction is recognized throughout both organizations, the community and ESG, and we are grateful for his commitment to this project. To all the individuals and groups I mentioned, I'd also like to say thank you for putting your trust in Energy Systems Group to develop and implement the transformation of Beecher Road School. This facility is now amongst the highly ranked class of schools whose utility infrastructure is integrated and delivering results that put your children, your community, your staff, administration first, which is so important today. You've significantly enhanced the safety, the learning and teaching environment in the working areas for all of your user groups by upgrading not only the lighting systems, modernizing the air conditioning systems, installing state-of-the-art building management systems, and utilizing renewable systems to generate your own power by using waste heat and the power of the sun. What a great team who developed, approved, and implemented this project. For me personally, I'd just like to say what an honor it's been to be a part of this project, not only from where corporate relationships are built, but also personal relationships developed. Again, we at Energy Systems Group just want to thank you for your trust, and of course, we're looking forward to phase 2.
Very well done. Thank you so much. Good. Job well done, Doug. Before I forget, I want to publicly and personally thank Greg Kula, our facilities director. Greg, just step here so the children could see you. Greg. This, boys and girls, Mr. Kula has worked tirelessly over the past 2 years. I don't think you've slept during the past 2 years there. I don't think you've gone fishing over the past 2 years here. So thank you for all the hard work and for your expertise in caring so much about our children.
Thank you.
Okay. And now we have a surprise speaker, because we had a surprise project for us, something that we didn't expect in the beginning, but thanks to Mrs. Scalettar and the town, the boards. Boys and girls, you can't see it, but we had over 950 solar panels put on our roof. And those solar panels will provide us with renewable energy, energy that will help to keep us warm and give us electricity, but also protect our environment. So we have Stephan Hartmann from Solar Group that will say a few words about those panels that we can't see but are there.
Okay. Thank you. So I do have some pictures, so if anybody's interested to see what the system looks like from the air, I'd be glad to show you. And so my name is Stephan Hartmann, and it was a blast to work on this project. All you kids can count yourself very lucky to be part of a very innovative school. Not very many schools do this kind of thing, and it's not just the solar panels, which can be fun, but also a lot of the other heating and cooling and insulation and things like that. And I was just doing some quick math, because math is important, so don't forget that. And I wanted to figure out how many barrels of oil your school is going to prevent from being burned and wasted by the time you graduate. So I know you all in roughly different, different classes and whatnot, different grades. But by the time you're about 18 years old, the system will have not burned about 4,500 barrels of oil. And remember that a barrel of oil is about the size of this podium. So take that and count as high as you can. Well, unless you can count higher than 4,500. But anyway. And that's also about the same as 400 cars off the road. So it was a lot of fun to do the project. And looking forward to working with you guys, Beecher Road again, or town of Woodbridge. And thank you for having me. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. We also want to recognize a man who had so much to do with this project, Tony Genovese, our town finance manager. He's in the back over there. His brilliance, his dedication really added a lot to this. We appreciate all that you did for us, Tony. So, and I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment, boys and girls. Excuse me, I want to talk to your teachers and all the staff members at Beecher Road School and to the Mrs. Crisco and the administrators. We want to thank you for your support, your patience, your flexibility during the building upgrade, particularly those staff members in the A, B, and C wing, because again, that's where most of the work was done. Without your cooperation, this would not have been a hand-in-glove kind of operation. So let's give them all a nice hand for that. I am a very, very proud superintendent. It's wonderful to see, again, this historic event come to completion. Mr. Tischbein did mention the fact, or Mr. Rice, that our school, it ranks probably in the top 10% nationally, academically and technology-wise and so on. But our school 2 years ago was on the bottom 20% as far as energy efficiency. Now we're up to the 90%. I embellish a little bit. I think it's the 90%, or we're heading in that direction there. So we're among one of the top schools in the country. So let's give all of us, we're all a winning team. Let's give all of us a hand, boys and girls. Teachers, my compliment you. What a good audience we have here. Now we're going to, if you'll just be patient, a few more minutes, boys and girls. Where's Vito? We're going to have what's called the ribbon cutting ceremony. It's to cut the ribbon to honor this great feat and achievement. Thank you very much. That was excellent. Boys and girls, teachers, again, you were a terrific audience. We appreciate your participation.